Hey guys, McCain. This is my reaction channel for scary videos, comedy, and other kind of reactions for when it comes to my phone. And yeah, and we are doing for 3 scary videos, leaving viewers on edge. Alright, let's get it. And it's by this YouTuber named Chills.
Be chased. What would you do if you came upon something like this in progress? Published in November of 2021, Kevin King.
Hold up, we're gonna start this over. No, too far back. Guys, we're gonna leave it right there. BRB. Just to make it scarier. This is gonna be scary, guys.
At Bad Hand Ganache writes, guess what I found under the wash?
Hold on.
Number 30,
Hey guys.
chased. What would you do if you came upon something like this in progress? Published in November of 2021, Kevin King explains that he stopped at a traffic light in San Jose, California while doing a delivery when he heard a woman screaming. This was all captured on his dash cam. We can see the woman racing across the intersection and into a gas station parking lot, a man following close behind. You can hear car horns beeping while the pair disappears into the parking lot. The driver said that before he could decide how to react, a police officer was on the scene. The officer quickly activated his lights and followed. You can see that too on camera. Well, it's not clear what's happening between the pair. I can't imagine it was anything good. I hope she was able to make it somewhere safe. Number 29, down the drain. If you're afraid of what's living in the pipes, you might want to skip this video. Posted to the oddly terrifying subreddit, Bad Hand Ganache writes, guess what I found under the wash basin sink? The creepy footage shows what appears to be slimy, flesh-colored appendages sticking their pointy tentacles through the holes in the drain, but the clicking sound makes it seem like pinchers instead.
It's over. I'll give you another 15, 20 minutes.
Okay,
Okay, I come for what I want.
What is it? The creature keeps clawing and pinching, trying to get out, but I don't want it to. The Redditor explains in the comments that it's a shrew that got inside the water pipes through an opening while they were working on it. She writes, the shrew escaped from that sink, but still regularly wanders around other parts of the house during midnight. It's not terrifying as long as it's not inside the sink or something. I'd beg to differ. That thing is freaky no matter where it's lurking. Number 28, screaming tornado. What would you do if you were forced to wait out a tornado in your car? Probably exactly what this Ocala resident did. Published by Fox 35 Orlando in March of 2022, Alex Sierra posted this video of himself, in his own words, screaming like a girl as a tornado ripped through the area, sitting outside a restaurant and waiting out the storm. Sierra caught his very understandable reaction on video as the weather worsened, the scattered rain becomes a torrent, and the wind picks up. Within seconds, you can barely see the surroundings. He starts to scream in what sounds like excitement at first, but then quickly turns to terror as objects are thrown at his windshield. When When the wind clears, you can see
My
debris
gosh.
scattered across the parking lot, most of which are cardboard boxes and styrofoam. The camera turns to the right and his passenger side window is shattered. He shouts, "The styrofoam took out the window."
Styrofoam! It took out the window!
He pulls up to the adjacent store and you can see nearly every window has been shattered. While many are entertained by this man screaming, commenter John C. is surprised by his great luck. Man, that double rainbow guy keeps capturing crazy acts of nature. Number 27, dog stops tornado. This dog has superpowers. Published by Various in July of 2019. In a battle between a dog and a tornado, you'd expect the latter to win, but not this time. A mini tornado or dust devil began to take form on this dirt road. You can see children playing nearby. Completely unbothered, a dog jumps onto the scene and starts playing with the tornado. He steps right into its path. Luckily, the dust devil isn't too powerful and simply vanishes and then reappears moments later a foot away. The dog continues to pounce on it, stopping the tornado from forming yet again. While most in the comments admire the dog's bravery, others are comparing him to other famous dogs. Commenter Bread and Butter writes, "If Toto would have done his job, there wouldn't have been a Wizard of Oz. Take a bone out of this dog's book, Toto." Number 26, police impersonators. Anyone can claim they're the police, but if they're dressed like this, would you believe them? Published by Click2 Houston. This scary home incident involves suspects posing as fake police officers. Multiple suspects broke down the door of an apartment in Southwest Houston, impersonating officers of the Houston Police Department. Reported to the police around midnight on March 18th of 2022. The resident was fast asleep in his apartment when he heard banging on his front door. Grabbing protection, he was met with male suspects kicking down his apartment door and storming in, also armed. The homeowner says the suspects claimed to be HPD as they entered, but he did not believe them and defended himself. The men captured on security footage certainly don't look like police, as they're dressed all in black, their faces fully masked, and they're wearing gloves to prevent fingerprints. The suspects answered his defense and then fled the scene. No one was hurt in the confrontation. Number 25, baby escape. A young man on a bicycle came across a toddler wandering alone on the street and came to his rescue. Published by Volusia Sheriff's Office in May of 2020. This video shows deputies arriving at the scene in the neighborhood of Deltona. The young man stayed with the baby as he was dangerously close to the busy streets, and when adults showed up, they called the police.
Is it this little guy?
Yeah. He was so close to the street. There you go. Scary.
The officer's body cam shows them snap a photo of the toddler to email to the department. Then they get to work, knocking on doors to see if they can reunite the child with his family. They soon find the child's mother, who didn't even realize her toddler had gone missing. She was napping when he slipped out of the house.
Is this him?
Mateo, what?
Is that, ma'am, is this your son?
Yes, why?
Okay, hold on. What's the address here?
We were sleeping.
As the mother waits for her son to be returned, she breaks down while the officer tries to console her.
I didn't know.
Relax. Look, you're okay. Okay?
I'm sure my kid is okay. Where's
He's fine. You have Mateo? Where's the little boy? Okay, he's with the other sergeant.
The sheriff's office notes, "This is a good reminder for all parents of toddlers. Make sure you know who's watching the kids and make sure your doors are secure. All it takes is a few seconds and your child is headed off to explore." Thankfully, the community was watching out for him. Number 24, Kitchen possession. What has come over this cook, and will he survive it? Published by Blah Blah in April of 2022, this scary video is trending in the Arabic-speaking YouTube community. The video shows a man working in a kitchen. He is captured earlier on the security camera cooking as normal and chatting with kitchen staff. He doesn't seem to be having any issues at all. It is only after he's placed some food in the deep fryer and is removing it that he suddenly becomes transfixed by something. He appears unsteady for a moment, but then seems to return to a normal state of mind, finishing his task that doesn't last for long. He sets down his spatula and his body starts jerking dramatically as he stands over the deep fryer. He is clearly having some sort of fit, or as some viewers suggest, could he be possessed? Whatever is happening, he doesn't seem to have control over his movements. His arms and neck jerk, his head rolls back, his mouth wide open. He then closes his eyes and leans directly over what he's cooking. You can imagine what happens next.
Enjoy a 25% off coupon for select Florida stays this summer, expiring soon. Book in the app.
Don't you guys hate that?
Well, I'm wondering what could have taken over this man's body. I'm more concerned about whether or not he came out of this unscathed. Number 23, raw seafood. While most people enjoy sushi, they usually don't want their seafood to be this alive. Published by NDTV Food in April of 2022 and first shared on Instagram by Takiro4601. This meal at a Japanese restaurant is a little too alive. The creepy video shows what appears to be a raw fish coming to life on the plate, served alongside some leafy greens, glass noodles, and a slice of lemon. The fish or eel is lying on the plate still at first, but as soon as a pair of chopsticks near the fish's mouth, it opens wide and chomps on them with sharp teeth. It appears to clamp down hard as the man holding the chopsticks tries to pull them away. The shocking video has been viewed millions of times. Some write that the eel is passed on, but its nerves are acting up, which is fascinating. Regardless, most viewers are horrified, with some saying they wish they could unsee this. Do you? I guess not everyone is a fan of sushi. Number 22, serial stalker. A man in Sacramento has been captured on multiple surveillance videos following women home. Published by CBS Sacramento in March of 2022. A Ring doorbell cam captured the suspect who loitered outside her doorstep, refusing to leave. The footage shows the man following the woman in his Nissan as she went to drop off her 2-year-old at her parents' house. He can be seen pulling to the side of the road and backing up. The woman went inside, and the man only left when her father scared him away. A second Ring doorbell camera captured the same man pulling the same stunt at a residence less than a mile away. There, a woman came to pick up her children from her mother's, only for the suspect to pull into the driveway and approach the doorstep, where he lingered. The man then rang the doorbell and asked for the girl in the house.
He walked up to my door after parking his car in my driveway, and he says, "Hola."
Rosa says he asked for the girl in the house.
"I can't help you." I closed and locked the door.
Sacramento police have fielded many calls with the same story. A suspect in an Altima approaching residents and refusing to leave. Though a vehicle matching this description was found and towed, police are still searching for the suspect. Number 21. Creepy creature. What has attached itself to this poor goat? Published by Rexiel Tinitigan in November of 2021 and originally posted to TikTok. A dark creature in Indonesia was caught in the night draping from this goat. Penned in, the goats are making loads of noise as the owners get closer to see what the creature is. They enter the pen with a rake and get closer to the goat in question. The thing that's attached itself to the goat is hanging beneath its belly, with its arms wrapped around its prey. It looks very hairy and appears to have a long tail. Is it a monkey? They try to pry the creature off the goat using sticks. After successfully extracting the creature, the goat runs off, and the men back off too. They throw stuff at the creature, trying to get it to flee. While chupacabra are the well-known vampiric creatures that prey on goats, and whose name literally means goat sucker, they aren't known to inhabit Indonesia, but rather Mexico and Latin America. Cited reports have, however, reached the Philippines and China. Has this one migrated? Or is it some other life-ending creature of livestock? Number 20. Face in the clouds. We all try to find shapes in the clouds, but this one is just a little too creepy. Published by Dennis Farmer in August of 2011. This mysterious cloud was captured on video before a storm in Grand Falls, New Brunswick. As the storm clouds form above, so does this incredible profile. It looks more and more like a face.
A face. Face. Holy
The creepy cloud has a clear nose, mouth, forehead, eyebrows, cheekbones. Is this cloud turning into a giant human before our very eyes? The face continues to grow and drift forward as Dennis follows. Soon enough, it shapeshifts into something else that looks more or less like a cloud. While most in the comments are calling this amazing, others imagine what it would be like if the face turned to look at us. Commenter Nick Skellington writes, "Looks menacing as if it was grinning and ready to scream. What would a screaming cloud sound like? Probably a tornado." Number 19. Coastal Croc. This close call was captured on video off the coast in Clearwater, Florida. Published by Lori Cook in August of 2019. Cook was watching from the balcony when she spotted a saltwater crocodile, at least 10 feet in length, in the water. At first, she thinks it's a manatee, but its movements and shape convince her and her friends that it's something far more dangerous.
It's a crocodile.
It is, Angel, you're right.
Oh my God, there's people. It's a crocodile. A huge one.
As the creature is swimming far and away from people, the group continues capturing it on camera. But then this man and his son start wading in the water in the direction of the croc. Completely unaware, the group calls out to the man to warn him.
Sir, there's a thing.
Crocodile.
Crocodile. We see a crocodile.
The man hurries back in from the water, and the croc skips off, popping his head up briefly. Some in the comments still think it was a manatee, but agree that it was the right thing to do to warn the man. Better safe than sorry. Number 18. Nan's Poltergeist Revisited. Is Nan oblivious to the poltergeist happenings in her home? Or is she just used to them? Published by Flying Holicha in January of 2019. This man isn't yet used to the poltergeists in his grandma's house. Filmed on New Year's Eve, the uploader is first on a stairwell of his home when the crucifix on the wall suddenly jerks.
Oh gosh.
Looking closely at it, I can't see any strings attached. In another room, a Santa figure flings himself from an upper shelf. When the boy points it out, his Nan doesn't believe him.
What the hell? What's that?
Santa fell.
As she leaves the room, a Christmas card on a small table collapses onto the floor.
Nanny, did you see that?
What?
The card just fell.
What card?
Again, Nan dismisses it. He then sees this homemade mobile move on its own. As he turns, it sounds like a coin is flung from the mantle. Then Santa is thrown into the middle of the room again. His Nan seems to think he himself is causing the poltergeist madness.
it, Nathan. Stop.
I'm not doing it.
But it sure doesn't seem to be him, as another picture frame springs from its shelf.
My cards have got to put up.
Clearly, something is going on in this house, whether Nan wants to believe it or not. Commenter Bronia Lovell writes, "It just proves that despite living with an obviously possessed environment, those who choose not to believe will carry on regardless." Others in the comments note that maybe that's for the best, as an ignored entity will eventually stop haunting. Number 17, Sea Monster, Don't Go in the Water, published in November of 2019. This short clip will reveal why a very large sea creature is surfacing about 12 feet from the paddleboard he's on, when suddenly the waves right beside the boat erupt, splashing water all over.
Here we go.
Really?
Okay.
Chaos ensues for a moment, and when the camera turns back to the sea, it captures the creature receding like a wave. Although we didn't really see the sea monster at all, my imagination is running wild. Number 16, Weird Stuff in the Sky. Bernal Rock in Mexico is one of the 13 wonders of Mexico, and what you're about to see will make you wonder even more. Published by Keys to the Mysteries Beyond in March of 2022. This scary video was originally published by YouTuber Talquion, taken from webcamsdemexico.com. This webcam outside of a church shows creepy creatures darting all over the place. The creatures are shaped like rods. They fly in all directions across the sky. While you might think they may be birds captured at warped speeds, various close-ups of the creatures make some think otherwise. They look like sticks, with horizontal bars at each end, traveling in droves. The mysterious creatures appear elongated as they streak across the sky. Are these a new wonder of Mexico? What do you think they are? I think we got a serious mystery here. Number 15, Haunted Asylum. Submitted to the Chills Narrator subreddit by Alex Paranormal TV. This ghost hunting team was exploring a supposedly haunted asylum. In the comments, Alex describes the experience as the most terrifying night of our lives. He submitted this specific clip to my subreddit. Let's watch.
Whoa. What the f was that? What was that?
I don't know.
I didn't touch anything, man. I literally just...
The cameraman is right. What the f was that? Clearly, they're not alone in this abandoned asylum. I think it's time to find the nearest exit. Number 14, Dasher. Dance like no one's watching, even if someone is. Posted to TikTok. A woman is dancing in what looks like an empty school when she discovers she's not alone. As she dances, a mysterious, shadowy figure dashes across the background. It appears that the figure is on the opposite side of the gate behind her. Although it could just be a person, its movements are oddly stiff and quick. TikToker Ryaz writes in the comments, "That's the ghost because nobody can run or walk in this speed." Do you agree with...
Oh, heck no, guys. My eyes are watering. Heck no.
Ryaz? Or is there an intruder on the premises? Number 13. Call from inside the house. Locals told this paranormal investigator about strange phenomena occurring inside this house. This is what he found. Published in March of 2022 by Paranormal Point. The activity here is apparent right away. Chairs are moving on their own. The camera is thrown backward. Later, a phone that's not connected to electricity begins to ring. When the paranormal investigator picks it up, he hears this. even removes the batteries, but it continues to work. It even plays mysterious music for no apparent reason. But that isn't the worst part. As he's looking at a creepy stuffed animal, the man appears to be thrown back and dragged by his feet. The culprit is not visible, but I'm pretty sure the call is coming from inside the house. Number 12, The Portal. Is this what it looks like when Earth inevitably gets swallowed into a black hole? Published by Carol 75150 in January of 2016. This video was captured over the CERN Large Hadron Collider in September of 2015. The world's largest and most powerful particle accelerator is based in Switzerland. The collider is a tool for particle physics in which particles, protons for instance, are accelerated in order to reach high kinetic levels that cause collision and produce massive particles. There's also potential to produce dark matter, the minimal energy of formation for a micro black hole. That's why some were concerned when footage of this dimensional gateway opening up over Geneva appeared online.
Oh, where's all your dinosaurs at?
I have no idea.
Huh? They're supposed to be up here. Where are they at?